So if you are basically building a product here, what is the input metrics, the input items? As I think you largely all covered to some extent, you didn't cover a few things, right? One is basically usually the most important thing is the requirement, right? Now, this is one pillar, right? Now, take the second pillar, which typically people don't code, but is very important in these scenarios of budget, right? Third is basically time, right? Now, there are more, by the way. Last is basically people, right? This is typical things, right? This is the business requirements, right? Could be any kind of requirements, business, customer, what stakeholder wants, compliance, whatever you want to build. This is the budget, how much are you ready to spend, right? I'm not talking of the end outcome, right? I'm coming to that. Second is what's the timeline you want to release this, right? You can't build a product saying that, hey, I'm going to keep on developing, right? You need to have clear scoping when you're building a product, right? When you say that I'm going to release something, when are you going to release it? You should have some time frame in mind, right? And typically how people is usually a function of all of these things, right? If you need, so you can't have all three. These three are what I would call as primary inputs. People is like the secondary input, right? And but these are still inputs, right? So I'll give a classic real life example. Now if I have to tomorrow launch a new product, right? Let's say new integration with a new bank, right? A customer wants, right? Now one is, let's say I have the impact side, right? As saying this is my impact metrics, which I'm happy, right? Which will be like revenue, which could be number of customers acquired, number of, let's say, could be anything else also, right? Like what's the GMV, what's the transaction processing value, which is the payments industry, number of premiums issued, could be any impact. I'm assuming this bit is clear. You work backwards with the requirements, right? Here first. Nobody goes to the people aspect of it first. Now, if you want to achieve this impact, if you want to basically, let's say I am Amazon, right? Now, let's say Amazon is getting, which industry have they not gotten into? Okay, assume for an example, simplistic way, they want to get into insurance industry, right? Amazon, they have into insurance, but not in India yet, right? So let's say tomorrow they want to launch a new life insurance policy for anybody, for prime customers or something like that, right? And their basically target is that they want to have 1 million customers who buy from them, right? And they've built a funnel, and let's assume they do all of that in place, right? So all of that basically experience in terms of it encapsulates here. Guys, and please feel to interject. This is very, very important part, right? I was actually planning to cover this in the subsequent session, but it's come up, so it's great, right? Then you basically, this, as I said, is like somewhere comes here. I'll come to this. So when you're clear what all is required, right? When a product standpoint, right? You will have a budget. Typically, this is the way structured companies work, right? They define that within a month I want to launch the first version of insurance product, which will where I'll get 1 million acquisition. I am ready to spend $1 million in acquiring. In the short term, it's a loss for Amazon, let's say. Right. And basically the requirements are quite simple. I have a lot of data. I am going to charge, just ask how much coverage they want and how much what's the age. I'll collect 2-3 information if I don't have, and that's it, right? And in the back end, I will have, let's say, one insurer only tying up, let's say, which could be take any insurer you want, let's say LIC for simplistic reasons, right? And that's it, right? So requirement is clear. Let's say you'll integrate with LIC, you'll build a new home page. In the backend, you'll give a processing, and and there could be a bunch of other things, right? Training and things like that. But broadly, I'm going to cover that on the people thing. Then I say, so effectively, when all of this is done, right? What do you have? You have everything is now people, function of people. Who are going to sit and write the detailed requirements? That's product. Do we have the right PMs to handle such a product? Right? First question. Is our process clear? Again, a people question. Are our people clear about the process? Are the entire thing to do partners clear, which is LIC, let's say in this case, clear how it's going to work, which is again a process and partner onboarding, right? Third is the actual coding, testing, everything, right? Do we have enough people to sit and develop? Do we have enough people to test? There is no point discussing all of this if we realize that all the entire development and everything, let's say you don't have the developers at all. I'm just making up, right? Because they're working on the core e-commerce projects, which have much higher impact. And let's say you don't get the buying itself. Even let's say your fintech vertical team signs off. Let's say they don't have a dedicated team. Now you basically have to go and hunt people outside Amazon, hypothetically, right? Now let's take the next example, which second is training, right? Do we have enough people trained to explain the product, like a customer service, any kind of grievances, any kind of selling to do? All of that is a function of people, right? So when we say cutting the corners, right? Now, when do you cut corners? When one of these things become a problem, or this becomes a problem, right? This is just an end outcome. If if any of this gets impacted, automatically this is going to get impacted, this is going to get impacted, right? So in most cases, the primary requirement is these three, right? People are an end outcome.